Hello, you all. I figured I would go over in a short video with you all my current monthly income and January 2026 bills. So I'm still going by 2025's total on my SSI disability. What I receive is $970 or $87, and it's like, I don't know, like 31 cents or something like that. I'm not really sure is what I was receiving in 2025. But they did do a raise, and I'm not really sure what the total of the raise is. They do it every year because of living expenses, economy expenses, and it is like over, I'm pretty sure it's up to like $1,000, maybe a little bit over $1,000 now because of living expenses. They do this every year with SSI and also Social Security. And I get a little bit of both because I worked in the past. I just didn't work long enough to receive a good amount or nothing. But so like I get one check on the first, and then I get my other check on the third, and my one on the first is my biggest check, and then my one on the third is considered the Social Security part side of my disability check. Anyways, so for the month that we're currently in of January 2026, I pay for my regular utility bills, the TV, internet, which the TV is the internet here. That's what you get or whatever. And I pay $71.62. Now, some of these bills was a little bit over what they normally are because I just got in a rut, to be honest. So they're a little bit over. Usually around Christmas time, I get in a little bit of a rut. So, anyways, I had to pay extra, in other words. And then the next bill we got is the water bill. And it's the same thing with that. It's a little bit over, but I do have a lot of leaks here in this house. This house is an old house and it's falling apart. So I do have some leaks in the house. And so, anyways, I paid $246.36 for the water bill. For the power electric bill, I paid $606.32. And all these bills, like I said, was a little bit over this month because on my electric bill, I'm on budget plan. So normally I pay like 300 and like 70 some dollars on a budget plan. And then on groceries, all I spent so far on groceries out of my own income, and I do not receive food stamps. I will let you all know if that ever changes, but I haven't received food stamps since the spring of 2023. So I rely on giveaways and gifted items that people gift to me as love blessings that God puts on their soul to bless me with or whatever. So, anyways, all I spent on groceries for this month is $70.48. Now, let's go down here and add everything up. Once you add everything up, the grand total here was $94.78. Now, here's the receipts. I don't care to show you guys because hey, if you want to go pay my bills, go for it. But anyways, this is what I spent. This is the water. That was $246.36. And I always use cash money for everything. So I feel like still cash is still king no matter what. And then here is my electric bill. $606.32. And then here is the grocery receipt. And then I do shop at this store here. It's Food City. I use someone's discount card because I don't have my own, but they know I use it and they don't care. All it does is give them gas points, and it just gives me a discount. That's all it does. I spent $70 and or $71, I think, and 62 cents, and then I paid with it with cash. And then here is in and I don't know how many items I had on that for the grocery bill. Let's see. This receipt is fading and you can't hardly see it. I didn't get that much though. I don't know how many items I got. And then here is the TV bill. The TV bill was late like some of the others, because normally I only pay like about $50 a month on the TV. So that was pretty much for 2 months there. So it was $71.62. So the grocery bill, I was wrong on that, my bad. The grocery bill, I spent $70.48. So anyways, that is my January 2026, my current bills. And so that's just the utility bills for living here in southeastern Kentucky. And like I said, some of them, well, most of them was a little bit over because it was Christmas time, and they did do the economy raise like they do every year on SSI and Social Security. You know, where I'm living right now, currently on disability, they did do a raise, but I don't know for a fact how much that was. I just know how much I was receiving before in 2025. So that's what I spent for this month in January 2026. The only bill I don't have listed on here that I didn't pay for of the utility bills is the garbage bill. And I'm not so sure how far behind I am, to be honest, on my garbage bill, because I only pay for it every 3 months, and it's usually like $75 every 3 months. So I think I'm behind I think I'm behind on it though, but anyways, I'll figure that out next month. The only other bills I don't have listed on here is like medical bills, and I have no clue right now my total debt or expenses I have on medical bills, and it would probably be pretty high, but I'm not sure. But anyways, I have good insurance, but back in 2023, I ended up in the hospital for about 12 days, and it built up a very, very, I think my insurance mostly paid for it, but there was some that it didn't cover. I don't remember how much or nothing, but it was like 50 some $1,000, and just for those 12 days in the hospital. And I don't think I have to pay that whole price or nothing, but I do think that there was like, I'm not really sure. I think about 150 something dollars left that I was supposed to pay that I never did pay. But I'm not positive. And probably even by now, my insurance probably paid that. I'm not sure though. I have to look into that later. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Talk to y'all later. Thanks. Bye bye.